Who you want next?
Look, if y'all don't know, even after I beat Tank, I'm gonna go back down to 130 and handle some smoke that I got down there at 130. All the champions I got smoke with.
Beat his ass for y'all talking. Shit. Wait, I don't give a fuck. I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
They got the hood over there, like twist it up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over.
Davis and Lamont Roach are definitely cranking up the intensity as their much anticipated fight draws nearer in a few weeks. Although fans were initially skeptical about the matchup, excitement is now growing for this clash between champions from different weight classes. It's the world super featherweight champion taking on world lightweight champion Gervonta Davis, who has promised to deliver another crushing knockout, just like in his previous bout.
All the champions. I wanted to unify at least one belt at 130.
Okay.
So whoever the champion is, whoever the champions are, hopefully I can just line them up and then take them out. It's good fights. The champions are Lomachenko, Shakur.
Davis warned Lamont Roach, saying, "I'll break you up. Keep your mother and kids at home." The last fighter, he aimed such a statement at didn't make it past the 8th round, getting knocked out cold by Davis's brutal punch. This upcoming fight has become even more exciting with the added element of revenge. Despite competing in different weight classes, Davis and Roach are no strangers to one another.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f them up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get f***ed up with. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
It brings to mind the rivalry between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, who faced off professionally for the first time, despite having already met 6 times as amateurs, each winning 3 bouts. In a similar fashion, Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis have squared off twice, with Davis emerging victorious in both encounters. Now, Roach is determined to seek revenge, especially for one fight he believes was taken from him by the judges. The stakes are even higher with the possibility that this could be the beginning of Gervonta Davis's retirement, as he has hinted at stepping away from the sport this year.
Stop closing up. Gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around.
Honestly, Lamont Roach deserves some recognition from boxing fans to help boost his confidence and give him a real shot at his ultimate goal, defeating Gervonta Tank Davis for the World Boxing Association title. Recently, Roach watched some of Davis's latest training footage and took to X to share his thoughts. He tweeted, "Easy."
Guy from Ukraine, Dennis Baranchik or something like that.
Okay. I feel like you and Shakur is a really... I think people in the comments are actually wanting that fight, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah, it'd be a great fight.
Yeah, they could fight. Shakur can boogie for sure.
It was an off-the-cuff tweet, one that would only make sense to those following Roach's posts or who had seen Davis's recent training footage. Prior to this, he had responded to a fan who said, "We are whipping DC bum for the rest of the year. Ravens today, Tank in December." Roach replied with, "This stuff is different over here," implying he won't just be another easy opponent for Tank Davis in the ring. This led up to his tweet about Davis's training session. Roach clearly has a lot of work ahead of him to build his confidence for the fight. He's in a position where his focus should be on the gym and securing that major payday. To do so, he needs to continue pushing his image and stoking a real rivalry with Davis.
Keep trying.
If you ask me, I'd suggest Roach stay focused on training and fine-tuning everything that needs work to perfect his skills before the biggest fight of his career. But maybe he sees things differently, especially after sparking a social media war with Tank Davis. Despite being the World Boxing Association super featherweight champion, fans haven't shown much excitement for the fight, but both fighters are doing their part to build hype around the matchup. The rivalry reached new heights when Roach attempted to troll Davis on X, only to receive a fierce response from the WBA lightweight champion.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just in height and stature. He was, technically bigger than Tank C. But Tank is comfortable at 135, so I don't blame him for fighting that way. But he's not a big 35. I don't see why people like, oh, you brought up a smaller guy, woo-de-woo, blah, blah, blah. The
exchange started when heavyweight boxer Marcellus Williams asked about the camp fees for sparring with Davis, eager to improve his skills. Lamont Roach Jr. quickly jumped into the conversation, replying, "I'm going to need to spar you, bro." No funny. Davis, curious, asked Roach to clarify the meaning of the tweet. Roach then quoted a fan's response, which explained that the tweet was about the idea of Roach needing to spar with someone heavier, as Davis might be preparing for tougher competition. Roach quoted a fan's reply, which said, "Translation, you need to spar someone heavy cause he is coming with it," clarifying the meaning behind his tweet. The fan's point was that the undefeated 30-0 boxer needs to spar with heavier opponents before their December fight. While Davis might be expecting an easy matchup, Roach views it as a prime opportunity to make a statement and boost his reputation in the boxing world.
Me personally, I'm not stunned that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep saying that. They're gonna keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? I fight at 130 because that's what I campaigned at. That's where I started my career. That's where I campaigned. That's why I worked my way up to a world title. And that's what I was gonna do. My plan was always to move up to 35 and win another title. So
Tank didn't let the disrespect slide and hit back with, "I advise you not to talk so much. It can be bad for you. You know that already though, yo." Telling Roach to save the trash talk for the ring, not social media. He also warned Roach about the consequences of provoking the WBA lightweight champion. The tension continued to escalate as Roach shot back, insisting he wasn't like the other fighters Davis had faced, promising to be a much tougher challenge. Over the years, Tank has faced criticism for allegedly handpicking his opponents, and Roach was quick to call him out, responding with, "You must think I'm one of those regular guys you fought, or something, lol, cut it out." He made sure Davis knew this fight would be nothing like his previous matchups. Despite coming from a lighter weight class, Roach is determined to seize this opportunity and shock the world. As for Davis, he kept his cool, choosing to let his actions in the ring do the talking.
Does that add anything to it?
no, not necessarily. I think maybe for the outside. I think maybe it's for the outside. I think the fire is the competitiveness between us both already, that we competed twice before in 2 close fights in the amateurs, and that you know what I'm saying, like.
He quoted Reaper's tweet with a simple "say nothing," showing his confidence and dominance over Lamont Roach. This online exchange has definitely stirred excitement for the upcoming fight, which will take place at 135 pounds with the World Boxing Association lightweight title on the line. Roach is undeniably a skilled fighter with a solid technical background and championship-level abilities. However, when it comes to being a pay-per-view opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis, I prefer someone who has consistently delivered thrilling performances at the top level, or at least has a personality that draws fans in. Davis is a well-established pay-per-view star. Whether or not you think many of his previous bouts should have been on that platform, I personally don't agree with most of them. Regardless, he's been a draw for quite some time. What's been missing is the right kind of opposition to truly justify those pay-per-view fees. Roach is a capable fighter, but he hasn't yet reached the pinnacle, and I'm not sure he has the kind of persona to make up for that gap. While he's had success at super featherweight, it took him a while to get there. If he had made multiple title defenses, a fight between him and Davis might make more sense. But his only defense has been against Fergal MCC. We've seen Davis in similar fights before, like when he faced Hector Luis Garcia, who, after being stopped by Davis, only lost a split decision to Roach. But that's how the pay-per-view model works. Once a fighter reaches that level, they stay on pay-per-view, regardless of their opposition.
To get your thoughts, I appreciate you coming out. I wanted to get your thoughts, Danny, on the Tank Roach thing. So just your thoughts on the fight in general. What do you think about the fight?
Frank Martin, one of Davis's past opponents, is a solid fighter who, unlike Roach, is firmly established at lightweight. Martin had been on track for a potential showdown with Shocker Stevenson and had impressed many with his performances, generating excitement about his potential at the highest level. While there's no doubt Davis is at the top of his game, it's the careful selection of his opponents that frustrates a lot of fans. Many feel that Davis should be facing a higher caliber of competition, especially considering his status in the sport.
Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool.
It's also important to highlight that Lamont Roach, who is highly respected within boxing circles, isn't the biggest super featherweight, yet he still manages to defend his World Boxing Association title. In contrast, Davis is a very powerful lightweight. Another interesting aspect is how Davis handles the build-up to his fights. He usually stays quiet until he's provoked, which often leads him to become more confrontational and insulting. This was clear during his exchange with Frank Martin, where Davis even threatened to take Martin's girlfriend from him. Lamont Roach has now entered the Tank Davis drama, especially after he boldly declared he whooped Davis's butt just the day before. Davis responded confidently, saying, "I'm going to chop, bob, and weave. I'm going to end it in the 9th round. I like showing people they're not who they think they are. I love proving it to the people who doubted me when I won my first title." The two squared off at a press conference in Brooklyn to promote their upcoming lightweight World Championship clash, which will headline a PBC pay-per-view event on Prime Video on March 1st at the Barclays Center.
Alright guys, turn around, face the camera please. Right in the front, right here. Right here in the front, please. Come on, right here. Come on, down here please.
5-time, 3-division world champion Gervonta Davis returned to the Barclays Center, where he set the venue's record for the highest grossing and most attended boxing event, with his spectacular knockout of Rolando Romero in May 2022. At the press conference, Davis and Lamont Roach reignited their rivalry, one that dates back to their amateur days, and both fighters promise fireworks when they meet in the ring on March 1st. The press tour will continue Thursday with an open to the public press conference in Washington, D.C.
What? I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling him.
Davis said, "The people's energy here is amazing. I won my first championship here, and I have more followers from New York than almost anywhere. New Yorkers bring great energy. Lamont's got skills, even at a smaller weight class. He's one of the guys I came up with in boxing, and he's still doing well. He's definitely a top opponent, and everyone will see that on March 1st. We'll have to test his chin. Come March 1st, he might think my opponents don't have chins, but we'll definitely test it. I say leave the kids at home." On the other hand, Lamont Roach responded, "I shouldn't be here if I didn't believe I'm going to win. I've hurt everybody I've been in the ring with, and this won't be any different."
Saying you going down in the night? You know that power curry late.
I know you got some sneaky power. That's what I do know.
What?
Who said that? You said what?
Man.
"This is a huge opportunity, and we're going to take it," Roach said. "Everyone knows what I'm here to do, and if you don't, you'll be in for a surprise. I'm going to show you what happens when the real fighters step into the ring together. My team has built my career from scratch. I've had the same team since I turned pro, and together we've taken on the toughest challenges. I worked my way to the #1 contender spot, took a loss, and came back stronger. We both share a common opponent in Hector Luis Garcia, and I made quick work of him. The Frank Martin fight was easy for him. Frank was inexperienced and nervous, but this will be different. When I step in the ring, Tank will face a different fighter. There's a big difference between fighting in the amateurs and fighting now. We've both grown, evolved, and added new skills to our games. Sure, there are things we've seen before, but I don't think they'll matter on this big stage. I don't care if I'm the underdog or the favorite. I'm here to win."
What? Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you want back? Just cut it out. Huh? 100? That's a bet.
"This is a huge opportunity, and we're going to take it," Roach said. "Everybody knows what I'm here to do. If you don't, then you'll be in for a surprise. I know Tank won't be surprised. I think he took this fight because of all the talk and the naysayers. He wants to prove his skills against someone like me, a real fighter. I'm going to show everyone what happens when the fighters like us get in the ring, and I'll be the one walking away victorious. Tank then shared his thoughts. I'm excited to be a part of this, and March 1st is going to be a great event. Right now, I'm not really focused on all the extra talk. I'm staying out of it. But when we get in the ring, it's going to be a great show. Same results. We've got 3 months to prepare, so it's going to be a good one.
Against Lamont Roach, I know there were reports of a potential fight with Lomachenko. Obviously, that fell through. What made Lamont Roach the next logical choice for you in your next fight?
He has skills. Even though he's at a smaller weight class, I feel.
Both fighters sat down to discuss the upcoming fight and everything surrounding it. Here are some key points from the conversation. Tank explained why a fight with Lomachenko didn't happen, and why he chose Roach as his next opponent. He's got skills, even though he's from a smaller weight class. Lamont's one of the guys I grew up with in boxing, and I like that he's still doing well. A lot of the guys we started with aren't in the picture anymore, so people don't really know him, but he definitely has the skills. He's a top opponent. Roach then shared how his style would be different from the fighters Tank has faced before. It's all about skill. I bring a lot to the table. I can adapt and fight in different styles. I'm tough, gritty, smart, and witty. Whatever I need to do, I'll do. The others were either one-trick ponies or just didn't have enough.
I actually started with, came out with in the sport of boxing.
Tank shared his plans for 2025, stating, after next year, I'm out of it, out of the sport. That's exactly what he said on Tuesday, hinting at his decision to retire at the end of 2025. Before that, he's set to face his former amateur rival Lamont Roach on March 1st. Seen at Brooklyn's Barclays Center in New York, known for his knockout power, Gervonta Tank Davis continues to surprise fans, whether it's through his in-ring performances or bold statements outside of it. However, it seems like Tank is starting to grow tired of it all. Instead of pushing forward to solidify his legacy as one of the greatest, he may be planning to leave the sport early. Fans had hoped to see more of him after his legal troubles were behind him, but his return was delayed again, even after he fought Frank Martin in June. Now, it seems like he may be considering stepping away for good at the first press conference. For Davis versus Roach, Tank gave fans an idea of what to expect from him moving forward.
Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously?
When asked about his 2025 plans, Davis quickly suggested that he might retire, saying, after next year, I'm out of it, out of the sport. This announcement didn't sit well with fans who had grown accustomed to seeing him fight from time to time. They didn't hesitate to express their disappointment, flooding the comment section with their frustrations. One fan tried to make sense of his words, remembering that Davis had recently signed a new fight deal, asking, thought he had a 7-fight deal? Some fans felt that Davis's lack of passion for the sport had always been a setback for him, and it seemed to reinforce that view now. However, others understood his choice, suggesting, health is wealth, recognizing that his aggressive fighting style might not allow him to have a long career.
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like like say you got to walk today. Okay.
Boxers who retire from the sport often face health problems like severe headaches, sciatica, and more, as the impact of their career starts to show. Considering Davis's fast-paced and aggressive fighting style, he could also deal with serious health issues down the line. Besides his fight with Ryan Garcia, Davis hasn't faced the top fighters in the lightweight division, and the pressure is growing for him to take on other champions like Shocker Stevenson. If he doesn't, he may start losing favor with fans. That's all for now. For the latest updates on boxing news, events, and highlights, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss any new content. Until next time, take care.